Jedan je od njih.
Well, my agency is called Berlinagenten, and I'm specialized in urban insider guidance. It means I'm gonna show the clients or the tourists or the business people hidden places where, places which you couldn't find on your own, because Berlin is huge, very big, and I have very good knowledge about Berlin and the beautiful places. So I'm like a friend here for them to show them restaurants, shopping, and it's all about lifestyle, what Berlin is today, not always what have happened in Berlin in the history.
Prednosti ovakvog posla je u upoznavanju mnogih ljudi različitog podrijetla, ali i upoznavanje grada u kojem živite i kojeg sa zadovoljstvom predstavljate. Henrik, koji tečno govori nekoliko jezika, odlično se snalazi na berlinskim ulicama, ali će vas osim toga upoznati i sa svim berlinskim događanjima i ljudima u jednoj nezaboravnoj pustolovini.
I can speak 4 languages fluently, and I want to meet international people. I love my job and I love Berlin, so that's why I want to show the whole world the best side of Berlin, but not the tourist side. Just, enjoy the good sides of life. I mean, that's drinking, eating, culture life, going to theater, and socialize. Yeah, exactly. And just be there to tell people what Berlin is like today.
Emisija M Stala provela jednu večer sa Henrikom na gastro-rallyu. Zamolit ćemo Henrika da nam objasni što je gastro-rallye.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about gastro-rallye. Gastro-rallye is a culinary adventure tour, and it's about to get to know new food cultures. And you're gonna go to 3, 4, 5 restaurants, and in each restaurant you have a different atmosphere, different food, and you get an insight in the kitchen, how they're preparing the food. At the next stop, you get to know maybe the waiter and Italian kitchen, and at the last stop, you will have an international atmosphere. So the restaurants, they're very different. So you have a aha effect when you're going on this tour, and it's all about food culture and enjoying, lay back, and just relax.
You mentioned me yesterday that in Berlin there is more than 10,000 places where you practically can eat.
Yes, that's true, but it's not, fancy restaurants, all of them. We're talking about bistros, cafes, normal restaurants, international restaurants, very fancy restaurants, snack bars. Those 10,000 restaurants, it's everywhere where you can eat and drink. But I mean, if you 10,000 places, it takes 31 years if you go to a new restaurant every day.
I guess you have some sort of extra programs for young people and for the senior people who are coming here. Do you do anything spontaneously at that time when you are with a group of the people?
Yeah, I always try to show them something specific. So if I'm passing by a building, I try to get into that building, or I try to get in contact with the local people so they can get an insight of the real life in Berlin. I call it living culture. That's the things what's very interesting for tourists or business people when they're coming to Berlin. I mean, it's a new trend on the market, and it's much nicer to see how people are living in a big city, to get to know the people and get to know the real places where the Berlin people are living and, drinking a coffee or eating. That's much more nice than just sitting in a restaurant where you have only tourists around you. So I always bring them to nice, cozy, different places, very unique places.
If I'm going to bring any of my Croats friends here in Berlin, what will you recommend it? Or if we take you as our personal tourist guide, where you will take us?
Well, that's very easy. I mean, there are very nice restaurants in Prenzlberg and Friedrichshain and in Mitte. And I concentrate more on the international kitchen, fusion kitchen, innovative, creative kitchen. Berlin is not famous for the German kitchen like bratwurst and sauerkraut. In Berlin you find much more international, so I would bring them to more stylish location, a lot of design, international atmosphere, but not where the tourists are. It's still very authentic where the Berlin stylish people are, to get an insight how the people are when they're going out eating, enjoying nightlife.
There is like Berlin for the public, and there is a hidden Berlin.
Exactly. There are the tourist Berlin, and then you have the hidden Berlin side, because you have so many different parts of Berlin. So it's impossible for visitors to know where they should go in the evening. So my job is to reserve a table or bring them to the restaurants, to the best restaurants of Berlin, because I'm up to date what's going on in the scene, because there are so many restaurants and I like eating out, so that's my job as well.
Agencija koju ovaj mladi Šveđanin vodi jest primjer onoga što nedostaje Zagrebu. Ovisno o vašim interesima ili sklonostima, u Berlinu ćete to s lakoćom pronaći, a Henrik je samo vaš personal guide.